Please like the video and hit the goddamn subscribe button. Look, you don't even have to watch the shit. Just make sure you hit that. Hit that. Back with another reaction, this time for Fresh and Fit. And they talked to one of the most masculine women we have ever covered on any video. Not just Fresh and Fit, Mr. Samuels, anyone. This chick is gross. Let's get to it.
I'm gonna be honest, this might offend some of the ladies on the panel, but one thing I've noticed is that when I see a woman and she's masculine or rambunctious, etc., typically it's a mirror image of her man. When a woman's in a relationship with a very strong masculine dominant man, she's in her feminine, she's very submissive, and she's just like that most of the time. When I see combative, argumentative women, no offense to you, I don't know your boyfriend, but
that's
typically women are mirror images of their guy. When they display certain traits, it tells you a lot about the guy. When I see a girl at Target, for example, yelling at her guy, fuck you, you don't know nothing, blah, 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 I know that guy more than likely is incompetent to some degree, which is why the woman has to step up and get in her masculine and assert that dominance over that guy. So
I agree.
Maybe you got some unique situation.
I might agree in that example.
99% of the time that I've seen girls that are super masculine, it means that their boyfriend typically is submissive.
But Myron, listen to what I was saying. I told you earlier, before I had a boyfriend, I was lesbian for a long time. So being dominant in those relationships are different from being in a relationship submissive to a man.
Yeah, but when you're with a guy who's, here's the thing.
He makes me feel feminine.
Guys that are extremely dominant don't tolerate masculinity from women.
That's not true. You can't speak for every man.
A majority though.
Okay. You know how you said earlier that you're not attracted to a guy that acts a little fruity?
There's outliers.
That's quite literally what you said. I wrote it down. You said it. So earlier,
I didn't say that, but okay.
100% you said it.
I didn't say I don't like a man that acts fruity. I didn't say that.
Yeah, you said you don't want a guy that's flamboyant. That was the terminology
and
used.
that's it. Okay,
That's
I didn't say
It's the same exact thing.
That's not the same thing.
Flamboyant is another, it's basically another way to say he's
Okay, I get what you're saying, but
they need to be right.
Because when someone is flamboyant, they're being ostentatious, they're being out there.
That's how you perceive it.
That's gay.
Okay, that's how you perceive it.
I mean, guys, is flamboyant not a synonym for basically being gay?
Not really, because they see Prince as flamboyant, but he's not gay.
Well, actually, never mind.
Wait, who?
Prince.
Yeah,
the singer.
Prince is probably not the best example.
And in the context that you used it, it was to infer that the guy is feminine. Flamboyant, feminine, you know, you said that as well.
I don't feel like you act your full masculinity, but
okay.
But you don't like that makes you gay. I don't feel like that makes you gay.
Okay. Either way, you don't like a feminine man. So what would make you think that a man wants a masculine woman?
That doesn't mean, I'm not saying that for both. That's my opinion. I don't want me a flamboyant boy.
No, but what I'm saying is that most women don't want a feminine man either.
Okay, in that sense.
It's amazing how we're so similar, right?
Yes.
That is the general. Women don't want a feminine man.
But for me, I date plenty of men who like me as I am. And I'm pretty masculine, and I can admit that.
No shit.
And I don't have no problem attracting men. Other than the ones in the comments, because obviously they're on your side. But that for me, when I'm in the dating world, I have no problem with that.
Are you dating these other men while...
Here's the thing. She's not a bad looking woman. Not at all. I don't have my wig detector with me, but I think that's her hair as well. Y'all know I love it natural. She's not a bad looking woman, but she's masculine as fuck and she sounds like DMX. What is going on here? I believe she says she's in a live-in relationship with a boyfriend. I don't know how that's possible. He must be or something.
You're living with this guy that you're living now?
No, of course I'm speaking on previous experiences, but I'm speaking as a general for when I was single. I had no problem when I was single, and I'm being straight up.
Okay. I'm just saying, I've noticed most of the time, especially girls that come on the show, when they're super masculine, because you're saying, oh, it's because I used to have I used to be lesbian and I used to date girls, so I had to be in my masculine. What I'm saying is that if you're with a truly masculine man, he's not going to tolerate your masculinity. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Just like you want to tolerate a dude that's being flamboyant, as you said earlier.
Okay, but if you're in touch with that side, I'm fine with that. But being that side 100%, no. I'm not like that 100% with him. I only have a touch with that side because he brings out my feminine side. I feel safe with him. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not masculine with him 100% because I feel safe with him.
Is he a big buff guy?
Yes.
Is he like, you would say alpha?
The fact that she can't definitively answer it tells you everything you need to know.
I don't want to label that. Like, I'm not going to label
her answer
that,
says
like,
it all.
that.
Do you wear dresses
My
for
nigga's
him?
top notch.
Do you wear a dress for him?
I get sexy for my nigga or whatever he asks. Whatever my nigga asks, I'm going to do for him, period.
Okay.
Wear a skirt. Get her to wear a skirt.
She is wearing a skirt.
Is that what that is? Oh.
That's a skirt.
Okay, look like work cover.
My voice and how I carry myself, I'm masculine, but y'all don't know how I carry myself in my relationship.
I would say whatever's there, there's trust, so it must be working. All right. We got some more chats here from Rumble or no?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, all right.
And then we'll do comments, questions, last thoughts for ladies.
Okay.
Catcher Freeman TV. Question to the one that is masculine: who has the last say in the so in the relationship?
It depends on the argument, bro. I like to have the last say, but you, like I said, you can't always have the last word, bro.
On the argument?
It depends on what the argument is. The person's not always right, bro.
You be arguing a lot? I couldn't tell.
Who, me? I like to argue, of course. 'Cause I
okay.
feel like I'm right majority of the time, and I'm gonna admit that.
I cannot tell.
So when you and your guy have discussions, you're right most of the time?
I'm not gonna say all the time. No, of course not.
You just said the majority of the time.
I said majority. I said not all the time.
Uh-oh.
Do you fight with him?
Got you.
There you go.
Do you
He
fight?
got you. He got
Yeah,
you.
yeah, bro. Like,
got you.
She's saying all this stuff, but I could already tell, bro. Like, yo, he
You
doesn't run
said
the
all
relationship.
the time. Majority
She
is
runs the
not all the
relationship, yeah,
time,
but
bro.
that's
I
majority.
don't run the relationship. Ask my nigga, bro. I follow what he says.
So
He's
then how
older
are
than
you
me by
always
six-
right?
There's a 16-year age gap. You think that nigga's gonna listen to me?
There it is.
Fuck
You said
no.
you're right majority of the time.
Yeah,
What
Exactly.
does that have to
you
do
just
with
said.
education level? Just because I'm right doesn't mean logically that you might not be correct or I might not be correct.
Hold on, bro. Do you argue with your nigga? Do you argue with your guy? When you were gay?
Everybody has arguments and disagreements.
Sometimes, not that often.
Okay, let's say you do argue, right?
We have conversations. I wouldn't equate it to like.
Everybody's gonna play the innocent side. I ain't even gonna do this shit. Fuck out of here, bro. Oh, I don't argue with my nigga. I listen to everything he says and I'm submissive.
No,
Get the
I'm not.
Fuck out of here.
I grew up I grew up in a very masculine, household. I grew up, being my dad's daughter. I didn't grow up with my mom. I grew up being.
Do you have brothers? Do you have brothers?
I don't have brothers. I have a sister who's basically a dude. She's a cop now in Illinois.
And that as well. I'm the oldest sibling and I'm an only sister and I had to raise my little brother. That led to a lot of my masculinity as well. I didn't want him to be a bitch.
My nigga, that's a man.
You don't sound like a woman at all. It's very easy to believe she was in a lesbian relationships prior to this. That's very easy to believe. Her saying that she's in a current relationship with the man and they live together, I don't know, man. Y'all tell me.
That it was not going to rock with my relationship. It was not going to make me go forward. And my goal is to have kids and to have a family. My sister,
That's
my
not my
mom,
goal.
and both my other sisters, they had babies
tell.
before they got married.
Life her up.
Pretty sure.
I'll be honest with you. Like,
I'm just
very
saying.
masculine men that are dominant don't like argue and or negotiate with their girl. It's my way or the highway.
Yeah.
The fact that he's sitting there
the
arguing
problem.
with you is
That's the
a red
problem.
flag to me.
If that's y'all think y'all are so dominant that is only your way of the highway. That's not how life works.
That's quite literally
Yeah,
the definition
yeah.
of dominance.
That's a lot.
There is no other way.
I don't want to
Hence,
pay
dominating the
bills.
situation.
I don't want to pay bills, and I expect my man to pay bills. So I want to give him every single ounce of ego that he needs in
And that's
order
fine.
to
Like
do
you said,
that.
you guys are a 50-50
Yeah.
relationship. That's cool, but don't
throwing
pull
it
the
out
wool
there, I
over
ain't
eyes
mad.
and telling us like I'm submissive to my man. Like
I
bruh,
am. You're not going to tell me what I do in my
If
relationship.
you're arguing
I'm
with him all the
submissive
time,
as
then you're
fuck.
not.
I didn't say we were arguing all the time, but we do have arguments. There are times, majority of the time, that I'm right because of the thing we're arguing about. That's what you're not
The
understanding.
fact that you think that you're right a majority of the time tells me that you are by
Listen,
definition
bruh.
not
Exactly.
submissive.
That's
All right,
scary.
well, that's your problem.
You have to look at your boyfriend.
I'm listening to what you're saying and understanding it and
You're not
interpreting
understanding
it, and
what
then
I'm
giving you
saying.
back
If I'm telling you, if there's different arguments and I might feel like I'm more right because logically I am, if there's scientific or statistics behind that I'm more right versus him,
guys on the chair, what do y'all
Fuck.
think?
Logically,
On the
that's what
couch,
it
what do
is,
y'all
bruh.
think? Is am I crazy here or
this
what?
is your
Like,
podcast. They're gonna agree with you, Myron. Like, be
Not
real right
all the
now,
time.
bro. Come on, bro.
Not all
Be
the
real.
time.
Be so real right now.
Justin, Rolo, Mike, what's your thoughts on this?
What do you fight about? Do you have common like subjects or issues that you fight over?
Honestly, if you want me to be so real with you, majority of the time it's very petty shit, bro. It's so fucking petty, bro. It doesn't make any sense.
Like what?
Like who's paying the bill?
Nah, that's not petty at all.
Yeah.
Oh.
like he ate your leftovers.
Hey, can y'all let
Stupid
me-
shit,
what
bro.
I'm trying
Who
to
stepped on the carpet and left fucking like footprints after I swept? Like just dumb shit, bro. Like stupid shit, bro. It's really retarded, bro.
Why did
Justin,
you
go
put
ahead.
your boxers outside the hamper?
Like, why didn't you leave it in the box? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Go ahead,
like,
Justin.
just dumb shit.
Go
I
ahead.
was just gonna see if you could let that pretty French bitch talk.
I can, because you do got a cute accent, so I agree with that. I like women, so I'll agree with that.
Girl, you argue with yourself.
Listen, I'm my biggest enemy. I'm agree with you, bro. I'm agree with you for facts.
Again, gross. I don't know if you guys caught that, but she said something right at the end when the gentleman said to her, "You argue with yourself." And she says, "Yeah, I know it. I'm my own worst enemy." So at least she's self-aware enough to know that she has that obvious issue to need to be right and always find herself arguing with everyone about everything. But yeah, she's masculine as shit. It's simple logic. Myron said it. It was nothing that hasn't been said before. Men don't want masculine women in the same aspect that a woman doesn't want a effeminate man. She wants a man of masculine man. She doesn't want a man walking up to her talking like Tyler Perry. No. And this is basic, man. And that woman, as I said, was not an ugly woman. It's not an unattractive woman. She was a nice looking woman. But even her mannerisms, she even sound like a man. And I doubt that she's over her whole lesbian thing as well. But that's a other subject for another day. But you guys let me know what you think after party in the comments. My name's Theodore Cooper, but you can
Call me bitch.
do better. Stop arguing.
Excuse me, bitches?